all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey, how is everyone doing? Hopefully everyone is doing fine. We doing good today? Hopefully we are doing well today. Because, in order to do the content that I do and to, we're surrounded by videos of this and clips of that and posts of this. And, the world is inundated with everything. It's overwhelming, actually. The senses become overburdened. But sometimes it's that one little comment or that one little thing that sets it off. I forgot what clip I was looking at, but one of the comments was like, Auntie Angela Bassett need to come get these celebrities or something like that. And that sparked a thought. Why would it be a lioness's job to put her neck on the chopping block for a bunch of hyenas? Why would that be her job? See, we have to slow down, and we have to be careful about what we're actually asking for. Because I've said it before and I will say it again. Nothing I do here on my channel, nothing I've ever said about values or lack of values or any of those things has ever been with an aim to correct the hyena. I don't want to correct hyenas. I have no desire as a lioness to place myself in any position where a hyena can play with me or that I can be compromised by one or put in a bad situation thinking I'm doing something good when in point of fact, I'm not doing anything more than wasting my time. And I do not encourage any lioness to do any of that. When I say try to help the women around you, I mean other lionesses. I mean other lionesses that may be wayward, that may be a little bit lost. She just need a little help. Things of that nature. That is who I'm trying to help. Ain't nobody gonna beat their head against no brick wall for no hyenas. And why do we want them to be saved? Why are we trying to correct these incorrigible beings? I want to know. What's in it for a lioness to do that? Because I got some reasons written down as to why we would never do that and why we shouldn't. And for any of the men listening that might be kind of raising their eyebrow like, what she mean she ain't trying to say? Why would you want one? Reformed or otherwise. Why would you want a boneyard hopping? Why would you want that? These are the same females that have no compunction about telling lies of various consequence, of varying degrees, on women, on men, lying, deceiving to get their way, to be malicious, to be evil and underhanded. You know what? And I know this. And this is what I know. This is why I said what I said. Because see, lions, the true lion, he does not want a refurbished hyena. He does, because she's done too much. That mindset doesn't go away overnight. And I trust you for what? Like, do what with you? But I find that we are on the internet. And for some people, this has become life. I'm not going to say it's not real, right? I'm not going to, because I got something against saying the internet not real, because people are actually influenced by the things that they see, whether it was on the internet or whether it was TV in the 80s or whatever the case may have been, right? Propaganda can be spread through just about any medium. So I don't say that. But for some people, this is all, I'll say that. This is all that there is. That a lot of people have grown up in such a way where interaction in the physical world is not something that they are accustomed to. So they take too many cues and talking points and all of this other stuff too literally, without being able to place it within proper contexts and things of that nature. In other words, things that are said are not always just black and white. Human beings are too complex for that. Life is too complex for that. Circumstances and conditions too complex for us to be putting stuff simply in black and white. Some things are quite clear. And then there are other things that, conditional or what have you, whatever. Because that has bothered me too. The painting of the broad brush. And you can tell the people who don't have life experience in certain areas, the stuff they say, how they say it. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, you don't have actual experience. You just repeating stuff. But I'm not going to beat that with a stick, because I actually wrote down some reasons, and we may get into some examples, because I had to clip some comments, and I know I haven't been doing comment section Sunday. Sometimes I'm in that energy. Sometimes there are not comments that I would necessarily want to address. But today I think I might. The first reason is that no one's coming to save. And it's certainly not a lioness's job. This is what I really want to focus on. Not only is nobody coming to save these hyenas, it's not a lioness's job to do that. That comment talking about Angela Bassett need to come. No, she don't. Angela Bassett does not need to wear her spirit thin to come try to quote unquote talk some sense into a gang of hyenas that's not gonna listen to her. No way. First of all, they not gonna listen. That's number one. That there's no listening to that. They've been watching that woman's outcomes. They have not attempted to emulate or ask her what she did to be successful in both her profession and her family. Okay. So ain't nobody, once again, ain't nobody gonna beat their head up against that brick wall with them. This is why I don't come here. It's enough to even observe and acknowledge the type of foolishness that continuously happens in the boneyard. The fact that there is an endless supply of content to choose from in order to display this level of foolishness that they engage in is a problem in and of itself. Okay. The first reason, and this is not in any particular order of importance, that it is not a lioness's job to try to be going around saving no hyenas. The self-delusion of the hyenas individually and as a group is actually too strong. Their level of delusion that they willingly and eagerly engage in is too strong, and they don't want the delusion to be broken. That's the biggest part. That's the biggest part, because we're not talking about a group of people that would like to be better. We are not talking about a group of people that want to change their mindset. We are not talking about groups of people that have seen the error of their ways, that wish to try to change things around, and simply are, at a loss as to what the method should be in order to change these things around. That's not even what we're talking about. If there had been any real evidence of gynocrats and hyenas in the boneyard truly wanting and desiring and displaying that they want to have some type of change, then we might approach this thing a little differently. But when you willfully stupid, when you willfully are in complete and total opposition to everything that is normal, everything that is natural, everything, you know what I mean? Anything from, remember when I just recently did the live stream with the lionesses versus the hyenas, I think it was last week, and how rude them hyenas was being on that panel, that kind of stuff. We have to understand that hyenas are in the boneyard because that's where they want to be. Let's get that straight. Hyenas be in the boneyard not because they don't know how to get out and they don't know no better. See, we got to dispense with they don't know no better. Yes, they do. And I'm talking about the male and female hyenas. All of the gynocrats, all of the demographic, the percentage of those of us that make up what we would have called the Black community that want to be in the lost value system, those are the ones that actually hold the rest of us hostage. They hold the rest of us hostage to this concept of we gotta help one another. I'm not helping no hyenas. I promise you that. Not willingly. I have loyalty. I have a sense of loyalty and duty to other lions and lionesses. People who are either, in the correct value system, or they trying to be, really trying to get themselves together, really trying, what I'm saying, to make their lives something that they are proud of and that they feel is worth living. That is who I count as community. This is what is meant. This is actually what is meant by what is said in the Bible. Not to cast your pearls before swine. Because swine don't see any value in the pearl. The person who casts the pearl sees the value in the pearl. The swine sees nothing. All it does is be enveloped in the slop that the swine is already in. It doesn't see any value. Therefore, it takes nothing from the pearl. It doesn't, casting the pearl in front of it doesn't elevate the swine. The reason that it doesn't elevate the swine is because the swine is simply not intelligent enough to understand any higher concept other than its own day-to-day life and doings, wallowing in slop, eating something, drinking something. They literally the physical garbage of the animal kingdom. You know how you get swine are the equivalent of, how you get them little fish that you put in the tank and that fish eat all the little algae off of the glass and stuff like that, with the little sucker mouth. That little fish, I forget, I don't know what that little fish is called, but that fish is there simply to eat and to consume what we would consider to be the trash, the filth in the tank. Pigs are that. Pigs are that to other livestock and things of that nature. So it don't know nothing. So once you put your pearl in front of a swine that does not have the wherewithal to understand what those pearls actually mean, there's no reason to do so. You just out of pearls. It doesn't reap any benefit for anyone. Not you, not the swine. So this is why I'm saying, lionesses, it's not our job to go and corral no hyenas. I'm not corralling a single one of them back feet. The delusion is too strong. They want to be in this place. I'm gonna show y'all something. I got a few examples. I wanna show y'all something. And we're headed right on over to Kendra G. Shout out to Kendra G. And just the ramblings of this female. Just, it's gonna make you tired. It's gonna make you tired. Just know that. And I'm not trying to get you to hear anything specific that she's saying, but just I want y'all to hear the marbles rattling around. That's what I really want you to hear. And then I need y'all to understand. This is why we're not doing this.
So how long have you been unemployed for?
Angel Falls, I give you.
I can't stand when they
Christmas.
do the whole yeah.
And my interests include having my.
All right, there we go. Rita, where you calling me from? Where you live?
I'm in Washington D.C.
DC's in the building. How old are you?
40.
40. Okay, don't forget.
She a whole lie. She sat there and said she only been in this world 4 decades. Excuse me? Excuse me? You mean to tell me that she is a very old, like she's a zennial? See how life be hard in the boneyard? I want the young ladies to take a look. Take a look. This is what the boneyard do to you. Look at this wig. She 40 up one side and down the other. I'm 45. I will be 46 if God will this year. Don't you sit there and lie on my age group. Don't you sit there. That's a pickle pig-footed lie.
Don't cut your head off. 40. What you
That's
do for?
still cut.
There you go. What you do for a living?
Well, I'm in the process of getting my CNA nurse aid certificate, and my interests include having my own business. So I'm in the process of like different opportunities right now. Like just is no difference from being in between a job or whatever or career, but nurse aid, nail tech, hospitality. That's the type of industry that I'm in.
Are you unemployed right now?
Yes.
Girl. So how long have you been unemployed for?
I'm not gonna cap. It's been like maybe a couple years, but I'm in the process of getting back to work. I'm looking
how you
for
been
a
paying
job.
your bills for the last couple of years?
I mean, some people, sometimes you have family help you. You might be on a fixed income or whatever. But right now, like I'm in between. I'm like building things to where as though they'll come to fruition.
So do you want to date while you're currently unemployed?
No, I don't want to date. That's a great question. I just
Then
want.
why are you calling me?
No, it's not that I don't want to date. I'm calling you because I'm looking for a male and I'm looking to have a good time with somebody, and get to know someone. But that doesn't mean
that is the essence of dating, getting to know somebody.
Well, yeah, actually, yeah. I'm looking into dating.
You're 40 years old.
Yes.
Girl, I feel like. Okay, so can you keep contradicting every?
Now we're not gonna do a whole show on this food here. But I wanted to point out the reason why I even brought that hard wig onto your screen. She said fruitation. Yeah. The whole reason that I brought that wig to y'all screen is not to pick apart the foolishness that she talking about, because it was too much foolishness, right? But I wanted to point out the going on in her head. It's like change rattling in a half empty cup. It was the amount of rambles. It was the lying off top. She is not an anomaly. She is not an anomaly. Sitting there chewing that fruit stripe gum. Y'all remember fruit stripe? Y'all remember these? This is the worst gum in existence. Remember these? Y'all remember these? I don't want to. Just show it to me. This was the absolute worst gum that anybody could have created. Why was this gum? Why was this gum? Is this it? Yeah. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? Gum is as hard as her wig. I don't know why we as little kids wanted that gum. That gum was sharp. You literally chewed it to like 2 to 3 chews. And then it got really, really like unimaginably hard. Like, why would gum do this? So let me not get sidetracked by the roast. The reason I brought her up to y'all was that she is not an anomaly. She is not the small minority. She is not alone. That level of delusion that she's in is incredible. We might go a little bit further with her, but I also want to just the mindset, y'all. But before we do that, I'm going to go to a commercial break. We're going to come back. I'm going to look at the super chats and then we're going to continue. So after these messages, we'll be right back. And while we're going to be right back, I need everybody to hit the link at the top of the chat, ashkicking.com. Some of the best body butter that I've ever used. So if you want silky, soft, smooth skin after you've taken your bath or your shower and you've exfoliated and cleaned and everything, and you want something that not only feels good, that absorbs quickly, that it isn't going to leave a greasy anything, and it smells wonderful, then all that you need to do is hit the link at the top of the chat for ashkicking.com. And if this is going to be your first order, you definitely want to take advantage of the 10% discount that you can receive by using the promo code Crimson. The picture does not lie. The beautiful packaging, the wonderful branding, and the wonderful product within is what is going to have you keeping your skin looking and feeling its best. So definitely go to ashkicking.com and pick up your order right now. Now, I don't know how many likes I need, but I owe y'all a bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button, bam, bam. You got to, So go ahead and hit the like button. Let me get to the super chats. Thank you, Dale, for kicking the super chats off. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much, Miss Luke Casely, for your super sticker, beloved. Thank you to Renzo, said 304 cultures, the dark side of poly, in which that's their only chance at being saved. And nowadays, F-boys don't even want 304s either. So game over, right? Thank you, Steve. Said what it is, good sister and peeps. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. H-Back said, why would you save someone who spat in your collective face for over 60 years? The simping stops in 2024. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Donovan. Said, can't nobody save who doesn't want to be saved. Precisely. Thank you once again. H-Back says, not our job as men either. Looking at you, Umar Simp Fubar Johnson. Y'all be on Umar's head. Thank you, John Teal. So Angela Bassett doesn't drink at the same watering hole as Lisa Ray and Vivica Fox. She's better than that. Exactly. Thank you, Miss Mia, for your super sticker. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Thank you so much, Mega Maniac, for your super sticker as well. Thank you, Growth, said a lady 40 lies. Shout out to hashtag the hard wig. Thank you, Yusuki, said we 30s do not claim her. And thank you, Skinny Boy, said, didn't that gum come with the tattoo you put on your arm using water? Yeah. That little tattoo gum is horrible. And thank you, New York G-Man said, just stop and pass and say hello. Tell Unc I said G's up. Have you seen the St. Augustine girls? Celeb ID had her on YouTube. Thank you for your tutelage. Feel like I'm in church when you cook. Much love. I haven't seen any sort of interview or anything like that with her, but I did cover her story. What was it, yesterday? About her lies. But thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. So we may or may not continue with old girl. They don't be wanting us to call them bums either, but they be bums. She's a bum. That chick that was just on Kendra G's clip that I just showed y'all, she a bum. She a bum. They be trying to act like women can't be bums. But I want to, you know what? I am going to go a little bit further. Because at one point she talks about how she just said she's not employed. Then she talks about she want a man that's 6 figures. She actually made Kendra mad. I think we're gonna go a little bit further. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Everything I ask you.
But isn't a lot of things contradictory? I'm trying to be careful with my speech because I don't want to, this year, 2024, I don't want to say anything
I think you're
negative.
trying to be careful with your speech because you don't want to tell the truth.
I do want to tell the truth.
So okay, because I asked you if you want to date, and you said no, I don't want to date. And then you said, and then I said, because this is a dating show, so you will only call me if you want to date. And then you came back and said, well, I do want to get to know somebody. So that's dating. Mm-hmm. What's the difference?
Yeah, so you're right. I'm not saying that I'm right. You are right. I made a mistake. Yes, I did say that I didn't want to date, but not because of my circumstances. That shouldn't disqualify for me finding a companion, because just like when you're in a relationship and you end up, either if you end up moving in with that person and some things happen, you could be married and God will, things happen where he might lose his job. What's the difference from me wanting to be with somebody?
Did you hear that ramble? Did you hear that hyena babble? Did you hear that boneyard babble? What did that have to do with anything? Why did she say contradictory? Did y'all hear that boneyard babble? Huh is right. For y'all that's like, what's she talking about? Precisely. That's precisely my point. That is the brick wall that you hit yourself on the head with talking to hyenas. Some of them are more articulate, but they are not saying anything more with any more substance than she just said. The more articulate hyenas still talk with boneyard babble. It's babble. The hyena that calls herself a bit more educated, a bit more, she talks with that stupid little voice and all of that. They try to talk proper, quote unquote. They're not saying anything with any more substance than what she just said. I need y'all to understand that. This is why I don't be doing panels and stuff. Like, I don't be hosting panels. I'm not completely against a cameo on a panel every now and again, but panels with hyenas on them, that work your nerve, because they all talk like that. They all have boneyard babble, all of it. Even when they try to quote unquote come with facts and they all talk in circles like that, jump from one thing to the other, because Kendra asked a simple question. Why are you going off of talking about well, it's just because my circumstance. Nobody, you a bum, we know, but we aren't talking about that right now. It's the spin doctoring after the lies. Like, you the one got on here a whole lie. Didn't like it that Kendra was like, nah, you choosing your words carefully because you don't want to tell the truth. Like, you want to sit up here and be lying. I don't even know if I should continue with it, because I got some other stuff. And this is gonna seem minor. It's gonna seem minor. But we gonna look at it anyway. I'm gonna share something. This is a screenshot that I took of a comment that was just left a couple of hours ago underneath the video I did a tea of, right? And it says, Tia was raised in a Christian home. I'd like to believe she left for legitimate reasons and did not give us the concrete reasons because, A, it's not y'all business. Yes, it is. You know why it's our business? Because she made it our business. But she wanted to come to the internet. And not only did she leave it at that, not only did she say, me and my husband are not together anymore, and leave it at that. No, she didn't leave it at that. She had to tell everybody that she graduated. She had to tell everybody that it was a good thing that she left her husband. Trying to convince everybody that this was a smart move, a self-care move that she did. She put us in the group chat just like Caillou be putting us in the group chat. Caillou Smith always putting somebody in the group chat. They've been roasting her because they talking about they thought that picture that went viral was Fat Joe lost some weight. I did think it was Pitbull. I ain't gonna hold you. At first glance, I thought it was Pitbull. I was like, oh, that's Caillou and them. B, she doesn't want to paint her husband in a bad light for the sake of her kids. Yes, she did. She did. She did, though. That's exactly what she did. Because she alluded to him not being much of a husband, him holding her back in some way, him stifling her in some kind of important way. Because I don't get it. It seems like people were waiting on a chance to jump on her and clown her. We weren't waiting for nothing. I certainly was not waiting with bated breath to see where Tia Mowry's standing with her husband was at. I didn't care. I didn't even know that man's name till she came out talking about they ain't together and she graduated from him. I didn't even know that man's name. I could care less what she was doing in her marriage. Why would I have been trying to figure that out? Why would anybody have been trying to figure that out? Because I don't get it. She literally bothers no one. And it makes y'all look pathetic when she makes a post and y'all rush to make videos laughing at her. I actually think it's sad. Be careful where you pour your water. Now here comes the moral hyena. Trips me out how they understand karma and morality when they be trying to tell somebody else something about somebody, when they be trying to defend another hyena. Be careful where you pour water because you could end up slipping and bumping your head on that same slippery floor. I'll come back to laugh at this when she finally gets remarried. It's the foolishness for me. Then you had another hyena. Why am I pointing this out? I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna get to it. We got another one. Corey never liked Tia, not Kia, and married her for a come up. How y'all know? Y'all be claiming that lionesses don't be knowing what be going on, but y'all don't either. But y'all don't have no problem coming up with y'all own boneyard narratives. He used her for years until she woke up. She is showing off her weight loss and feeling. Tia was never fat. When was Tia fat? I don't ever remember seeing a fat Tia. I mean, there's weight fluctuations sometimes, but that's normal. Tia is in her 40s. Corey wanted to spend her money and sit on the little TV money he earned on the CWB. See, why am I pointing out stuff? Why am I pointing this stuff out? Because this is the mentality lionesses. Not only must we avoid getting roped into such ridiculous mindsets, but we also, when we see this type of foolishness, don't waste your breath. Please don't waste your breath. Please do not waste your breath. Because they be sitting around acting like Tia got so many different projects that she do. But this is neither about Tia specifically, nor about the people who commented, nor is it specifically about the lady on Kendra G. It is, I cobbled those things together so that you can see the many variations of stupidity. The many variations of stupidity that we are to avoid. I keep forgetting I got this section. I be going into the advice, but I need to remember to put this up so y'all know exactly which point we're going to start with solutions and advice. Lioness's job is not to go put themselves on the chopping block to be trying to save no hyenas. Let me say this. It is also not a lioness's job to save other so-called lionesses who pine and run over to the boneyard willingly and go over there, and they don't want to come out. They want to play in the boneyard because they think that it's funny. Tia is one such. Everything in her life says she's a lioness, or is supposed to be. She got chosen young. She got married. She had children. She has not been in them streets. Tia has not been in those streets. We have not known Tia Mowry for hoeing and having a bunch of men and having a bunch of relationships and little situationships. We have known Tia since being a child star on television with her twin on Sister Sister. And we have known her to be married, and we have known her to be just reserved and just a regular woman going about her business. So everything had been, why would we think anything other than Tia is a lioness? But sometimes there are either lionesses that feel like they missed something in the boneyard, or the hyena finally gotta come on out at some point. One of the two. My personal feeling is that Tia she wanted to go over to the boneyard because she thought that it was something over there that she had missed in her life as a lioness. Because a lioness's life can be, quote unquote, boring if you're trying to compare it to the chaos and the foolishness in the boneyard. So the boneyard always got an uproar going on. Pride Rock can be quite calm and quiet. Okay. And she was going over to the boneyard, trying to see what's going on in there. It sounds like they're having a good time. All of that kind of stuff until she finally went on in there. There is a such thing in the wild as the ousted lioness or the nomadic lioness. Usually this is a lioness, and I'm talking about actual lions and lionesses. The ousted or the nomadic lioness is typically the lioness that falls out of a lioness's character. She eventually gets ousted by the other lionesses. She'll be chased from the pride because she begins to act out of character. She's not in concert with the other lionesses. She foils hunting parties, and sometimes she is unfriendly with the cubs and things of that nature. She riles up the alpha, got him all messed up, things of that nature. So other lionesses will oust her. They will threaten her life and make her leave a pride. Now, a lioness that's like that will roam and roam and roam. She is neither accepted back into her original pride, nor is she really ever accepted into a different pride either. She is eventually left to perish on her own. because without a pride, a lioness does perish. She doesn't have much chance of survival. Hyenas still don't like her, no matter how wayward she may be. Hyenas still don't like lionesses because they don't like the essence of them. They don't even like their smell or their look. All right. This is the analogy that I'm bringing to Tia. The ousted lioness who wants to be ousted, didn't realize what the consequences were really going to be. Caused destruction to the pride, you can't come back. So now, whatever it was you thought was more attractive than the pride, you're stuck because the pride no longer accepts that kind of lioness. Are y'all following what I'm talking about? Because the hyenas do not like Tia. They do the fake support, but the fake hyena sisterhood is fake. It's fake. They do fake support. They support foolishness. They don't support Tia. They support her foolishness. Because they would not support if she went back to Corey and rectified her marriage. That they would not support. They would call her stupid. They would think that she went back on her word and, girl, you had us all invested just to go back and See, they would talk about her. They would talk major crap. Anyways, a lioness's job is to first preserve themselves. Lionesses, I'm talking to y'all. Preserve your own lioness energy. It is enough for us to do what lionesses actually do. It's enough work for us. We have to do the hunting. We have to raise the cubs. We have to keep the sense of togetherness in a pride. We have to uphold and support one another, things of that nature. We have all of the work cut out. We have all of the work cut out for us. It takes a lot of energy to be a lioness and maintain that high level of function in our lives. It takes all the energy that we can muster to do it and do it well and do it with a smile and do it with good spirit, right? We reserve first that energy for us because we need that energy in order to do what? Expend it on our families, whether we're married with children or whether that's our, mother, father, brother, sister families, or we're looking to be wives so that we can have a family. We reserve our energies for those. If possible, we do try to reach out to lost lionesses, help them if we can, if it is within our capacity in some way. We never ever are to waste our time trying to correct hyenas. We leave hyenas to their own devices. However, we do not allow them to disrupt or to destroy things around us on any level. Okay? So the lioness is not passive when it comes to hyenas. Just because we're not helping them and we're leaving them to their devices does not mean that we are passive. I read a meme that made sense a couple of weeks ago that says, you're a peaceful person when you are capable of great violence and you avoid it. If you are a person that is not capable of violence in the first place, you're not peaceful, you're harmless. And I paraphrased it. Lionesses are peaceful, but we are not harmless. Okay? So just because we are minding our own business and we're doing what we're supposed to do and all that kind of stuff, we cannot ever allow any hyenas around us to disrupt, to cause ridiculous amounts of chaos, to destroy things, destroy our families, and destroy things that we're a part of. Any hyena that comes in our vicinity should always be endangered. Being around us for a lioness, for a hyena, should be dangerous territory. They should be very, very careful treading around a lioness. They pick up on it right away. Please understand that they pick up on the fact that we're lionesses right away, whether we pick up on their hyenaism or not. But once we see that foolishness, and I'm talking about in any way, shape, capacity, whatever it is, could be work, it could be home, it could be family, it could be friends, it could be associates, it could be anything, any old thing. Hyenas need to be very careful around lionesses. We are not docile with them because that's what they think. That's what they hope. They hope we will be docile because we are feminine and because, you know, we be in our feminine energy and all this other kind of stuff. Then they want to try to use it against us. Oh, well, you shouldn't be getting upset. No. I'm going to bite your head off. I'm not going to be upset. I'm going to bite your head off. I don't know why you think that means I'm upset. We're well past upset, beloved. The reason why we're leaving hyenas to their own devices, but we are also simultaneously not allowing them to disrupt and to destroy, is because there's no saving them, and there's no saving them, and there's no correction for hyenas because they actually are refusing the steps of correction. Those steps include things like introspection, telling the truth or accepting truths, especially when it comes to things that reflect on them. And they are exceptionally comfortable within the dysfunction of the boneyard in their own lives. Okay. They're incredibly comfortable there. All right. So this is why we don't try to correct hyenas, because they actually don't want to be corrected. Because if they wanted to be corrected, they would be. Because the biggest teacher, what's the greatest teacher of all? Like the greatest teacher is like life and experience. How many times have the results of boneyard existence been demonstrated repeatedly over the decades, and they remain heedless from every single outcome that has played directly in their face, every failure, every bad outcome, and they continue to be heedless about that. They continue to go headlong into the same rhetorics and the same boneyard babble and the same mindset and the same lost value system that they have been in. And so therefore, you can't do more to them than life do to them. Life shows them repeatedly that they cannot. What the results are going to be. So you're not going to be able to say nothing to them that life didn't say to them. Not only their own experiences, but the experiences of other hyenas that have ran against that brick wall. And they just continue on. That's not going to happen to me. That may happen to her because she didn't do it right. It's not going to be me. I'm going to do it this way and I'm going to do it that way. And I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to play this way until boop, right in the face, the wall. They're not going to be able to help it. They talk all of that crap. And then they just hit the wall. Million miles an hour. Then want to look at everybody else and be like, well, why didn't y'all tell us? Nobody's going to. First of all, you do get told. That's lie number one that we're going to expose. You always get told. But you didn't listen, so okay. And we just going to leave it. We just going to leave them like that. They don't listen, it's okay. Let me get to these other super chats. Thank you, Detorians and Hood Rat Dictionary. Fruitation equal fruition ratchet equal ratchet. Yeah, that talking. She said another word in the whole conversation that my eyes rolled so hard. I was like, oh my God. Thank you, Nia Moon, says she said that she is in the process of obtaining her CNA. I believe that is cap also. It might have been because it's not even really a big process to quote unquote obtain. She said that like she was going for her master's. I'm like, girl. Thank you so much, Tahir. Thank you, sweetheart. Said hi, Crimson. Much love and respect for 2024. Love your content. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Rose. I love you, Miss Kendra. Shouts out to the Miami Heat and Eric Spoelstra. Go Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, isn't that the coach that just signed that deal right after he finalized his divorce? I bet his ex-wife about mad. Thank you, Miss Bella, for your contribution, sweetheart. Thank you, Scorched Earth, for your super sticker. Thank you, Backish, for your super sticker as well. Thank you so much, Essential Entity. Said thank you for this brilliant, excellent explanation. Classic. Peace and blessings to the family 100%. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate everybody's contribution. Let me see if we got anything in the Cash App. All right, we got QL, we got HD, we got okay, no, that's it. That was it for the day. Thank you so much. I appreciate you both for the contribution over Cash App. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, Sister Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.